Good morning. Marietta back with another video. Y'all, it's maybe about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up, and after going into prayer, I got to thinking about some things. And I got to thinking about the job market and how the people are out putting in applications. They're trying to do everything they can. They're putting in long hours online, trying to fill out all these applications for different jobs. And they're constantly getting knocked down. Some of them even make it through one, two, three, four, five interviews just to let somebody know um, that they're looking for a job, and they're actively seeking work, and they're wasting all their gas, they're wasting all their time and all their energy, their thoughts. They stand up hours at night trying to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to make ends meet, how are they going to feed their family. They're just really going through, the people are going through just to have people in the backgrounds playing in their face. Because a lot of times these jobs, they're applying for these jobs, and they're saying that the job um, has been taken. They're telling them that uh, they've chosen somebody else for this job, but yet every time you turn around, these jobs are being put right back online after they get you out their face. Y'all stop wasting your time, stop wasting your energy, stop wasting your money, running around trying to apply for these jobs, and they keep turning you down. You're constantly keep trying to apply for these jobs that are $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year. They firing you for a reason. They're firing you for a reason. They're trying to make a point, man, trying to make a statement, and you're not hearing them. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna deplete every dime you got in your pocket trying to ride here, ride there to these different interviews, stand up all hours of the night, wasting your money trying to get yourself together for a job that there is none. There is no job that's going to take you in this field that you're working in, that you've got your degree in, and it's hard out there. I hear it all day long. I'm not saying everywhere and everybody, but right now in the U.S., it is a problem. There is a job shortage. There is people behind the scenes that are going to make it hard for you to get these jobs, because you are not just being fired by coincidence. There's no coincidence. AI is coming in, and they're coming in strong. And not only that, they want to make sure right now that you understand that there will be some jobs sooner or later. There's going to be some jobs. You're going to job fairs, and there's no body hiring at a job fair, but they're taking all kinds of applications. You are just wasting your time putting in all these applications all over the place for these jobs just so you can be disappointed in the end, and now you're online feeling like there's something wrong with you. Now you wake up in the morning and now you're depressed and you're stressed out. Now you're going through because you know why? You've gotten attached to these material things that you want to keep, but yet and still it is designed, what is going on now is designed to make you break that down and lose everything you got. It's designed to make you broke. It's designed to take things away from you. Why you think you're not getting no call back from that job? Why you think that the interview was a flop? Why do you think that they didn't call you back? It's not that you was overqualified, it's they didn't need you. They do not need you. They do not want you. They just want to see how many of y'all gonna get desperate enough to realize that this is nothing that you can fight. This is not your fight. This is not your fight. You have to go figure out some way to feed yourself. You're going to have to just figure out a way to create an income that you can do, something you can do that you can create income for yourself. Just simple as that. Just simple as that. Because if you continue to keep going down this road, sitting in these high dollar apartments, in these high end luxury condos or luxury buildings that they claim that are so affordable. No, they're not affordable. They're not affordable. They're not affordable. And you're going to end up broke. You're going to end up broke if you continue to keep letting them play in your face and you keep going along with the little three-ring circus of thinking for 1 minute that the job is going to come available, thinking for 1 minute the landlord is going to change their mind, thinking for 1 minute that you'll sit there knowing that you ain't got enough money to afford this place, but you ain't got no other choice but to sit here. You got choices. You got choices. You got to make some moves, and you got to make some money moves, and you have to make some money moves fast. You're going to have to make some moves that's going to cause you to be able to be functional in this season. Sitting there is not, they don't care if you have to put some cucumbers in a flower pot right about now. So if you sitting in these luxury apartments and you thinking that now that you got laid off, that there's going to be another job, and you've already applied for 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and every single one of these jobs have turned you down. You ain't even got the decency of getting a call back. Nobody's reached back out to you at all. How long are you going to wait? How much of this you willing to take? How many more tears you going to cry? It hurts, yes. Yes, it hurts. Yes, you don't want to live a mediocre life. No, you don't want to be broke down to putting cucumbers in a basket or end up raising some chickens or ending up on nobody's farm. You don't want to do all of that. But guess what? Let me tell you something. What's happening today, right now, if you don't protect what little bit savings you got, if you don't protect what little bit money you got and start moving it different, you're not going to have nothing. In those jobs that I just mentioned, you ain't going to have no other choice. When the job market opens up, and there's going to be some jobs opening up soon, they're not going to be the ones that y'all think is going to be open up. They're not going to be the ones that you want to run to. They're not going to be the ones that you're going to be thinking about, because you're going to feel already that it's beneath you because of the fact that now you're still, even though you got laid off from that job, you automatically thought that you'd be able to get another one, but not in this world that we live in, not in this economy that we living in, not in these situations that we living in right now. You can't just go out there and pick up another job overnight like it's nothing. So many people are out here right now saying, if you look at what the people are saying, listen at what the people are saying, they're going all over the place. They're putting in, some people, over 100 applications, and they're getting turned down. They're saying they've never seen this happen before. They don't know what's going on. They don't understand why they can't get another job. They do not know who is causing this. What is causing? There's a lot of things that's causing this, but it's a design to show you something. You're being taught something right now. It's teaching you how to humble yourself. And so, like I said, if you keep wasting your money trying to outrun these demons, if you keep taking your money and think you're gonna buy yourself back into the corporate world, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen for you. It's not gonna happen for you, and you're gonna lose. So take your money. Take your money. And I'm just trying to uplift, motivate, and inspire somebody to realize there's nothing wrong with you, beloved. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not crazy. What you're seeing is real. Don't be saying, I can't believe this. Believe it. Believe it's happening. It's not just happening to you. It's happening to a lot of people. A lot of people are trying to get jobs right now. A lot of people are putting in applications right now. A lot of people are seeing their life fall apart right before their eyes. They're not making enough money to pay their bills. They're not making enough money to take care of their families. They're not making enough money to even buy the the bare necessities of what they need to live. Food is expensive. Everything is expensive. They know all of this. The rich are going to get richer while the poor get poorer, and watch us struggle. Watch us struggle. So if you don't understand the struggle, it's best that you get familiar with the struggle now and begin to learn that this is where we're headed. This is what it is. And you better start fighting for you right now. Start figuring out exactly what you're going to do with what money you have before your money gets depleted. And you're going to definitely need something. You're going to have to need something to barter, trade, or whatever, the way the world is going today. And if and so you don't see it, I don't know what rock you done crawled up under, but it's better you crawl out from under that rock so you can see exactly what's going on in the world today, because this is real. This is real life. Real life is happening right before our eyes. Real life is happening. And y'all know I always say we want to uplift, motivate, and inspire. So what I suggest that you do is, whatever savings you got, downsize, try to get you some roommates, try to get you some help somewhere to help you pay some bills, some help so y'all can help build a strong foundation, because you're going to need somebody. Go back and connect with your family if you possibly can, and try to come together to be able to support and take care of one another. You have to learn to love somebody and work with somebody, because other than that, you're not going to make it. You're just not going to make it. It's just not going to make it, because you can't make it out here by yourself. If you see yourself crumbling right now, just imagine how much worse this thing could get in the next year coming up. Are you ready for something different to be happening every month that's crumbling and crushing your lifestyle, taking you out of the normal, which you're not used to? Not have enough money, no job, no money, no food, no shelter, no nothing. No nothing. Just being out there, and then there's this farm job waiting on you. There's this field job waiting on you. There's this job that's waiting on you to be able to work at McDonald's. There's this job, and you got a college degree and you got all this education, but you're not smart enough to know that right now you need to put your money away. Right now you need to grab every dollar you can. Right now, whatever job is hiring, and you ain't had a job in 7, 8, 9 months, you need to be taking whatever you can while you're waiting, while you're in here waiting for this thing to change, while you're waiting for the turnaround. Don't let it deplete your pocket to the point where you got nothing. A lot of y'all are saying that you would take your money and you would run and you would leave the U.S. Well, that's easier said than done for some folks. Some of us got to stay here. Some of us got to be able to pull up our bootstraps and be ready to hunker down for the long haul. We got to get them gardens popping and be able to feed ourselves. You got to get in a position where you're going to have to put your hands in the dirt. I know a lot of you been sitting in these corporate offices, and a lot of y'all have been wearing all these designer clothes and nails and things of that nature, and y'all don't see this thing for what it is. But let me tell you something. There's no more middle class. There's no more middle class. Why you think they started at the top and started breaking things down, started taking away jobs, started moving people out of position, they didn't go out there and bother them homeless folks. They trying to round them up and take them where? Well, I don't know where they trying to take them, what they trying to do with them, but they want them to feel as though that they get ready to try to reform them. You either got to go get some help, or you're going to go to jail, or go to concentration camps, or go wherever you got to go. But in the same respect, I just want y'all to know that this job market that y'all chasing, this job market that you upset about, the job market that you feeling strange because you can't get another job, the job market is making you feel crazy. It's real. It's real. It's real. So stop letting people play in your face and begin to figure out how you can make a dollar for yourself. You may have to become your own entrepreneur in this year. In this season, you may have to figure out how to make some money. You may have to start breaking down and selling some things and minimize your life. You know, you just got to figure it out. You got to figure it out because you know the things that you own and you know the lifestyle that you want to live. And the job market sucks. The job market is going down the toilet, and the job market is not calling you back. The job market is throwing your applications in the trash. The job market is not trying to hear you. And it's sad, but it's got to hear the truth. Somebody got to tell you the truth. Somebody got to say it the way it is. You done told me you done went to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 jobs, and you got a college degree, and you got your bachelor's degree, and you got all these degrees, but you can't get a job. But yet you keep constantly running back and forth, constantly online, putting in resumes, constantly online, and then nothing's happening. What do you think is happening? Type it in the comments. I'm just giving you what I feel is happening. I feel like somebody's playing in your face. I feel like the fact that somebody behind the scenes is pushing all the buttons and they playing in your face. So with all these degrees that you have and all of this book sense and book smarts that you have, there's nothing wrong with none of that. There's nothing wrong with you. You got what you were supposed to get. You did what you was told to do. You went and got the education that you were supposed to get to be able to get the job that you wanted to get. Now those jobs are no longer going to be available because they're going to give them to the robots. So what do you do with your college degree? What do you do with your bachelor's? What do you do with all your diplomas? What do y'all do with all of this stuff at this time in life? Are you just going to sit there and holler, I got a degree, I'm not doing this job? Are you going to take a job that can feed you? Are you going to take a job that can pay your bills? Are you going to take a job? Because they building a lot of luxury apartments. So there's got to be some jobs coming soon. There's going to be some jobs coming soon. I believe that these job fairs are going to open up. There's going to be some jobs coming soon, but it may not be the job that you want, but there's going to be some jobs that you can get. So y'all just hold on. Every single one of you that's put in all these applications, every single one of you that got the doors shut in your face, every single one of you that keeps saying I'll apply for 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9 jobs, and nobody's called me back, and they didn't have the decency enough to even give me an email saying somebody took the job, or somebody took the job, and you look up and that job is still online. All these applications, this is the way of seeing how desperate people are, see if y'all ready to come look for a job. This is just a runaround that you're getting. We just want to see if you able to, how many able-bodied people we got that's willing to apply for a job, but we ain't got none of these jobs ain't available for y'all. But we want to see exactly how desperate you're going to get to keep running back and forth. When are you going to realize that these doors are being shut in your face for a reason? When are you going to realize that these doors are being shut in your face on purpose, because we want to continue to keep counting all these applications and see exactly how many people are desperate for a job. And the job that y'all want ain't showed up yet, but the job that they want you to have is going to show up soon. Soon there is going to be a job fair. Believe that. It's going to go downhill, but then when the job fair open up, because there's no way for us to rebuild the United States without filling the jobs that the immigrants was taken off of. Those jobs are going to have to be filled, and they're going to have to be filled by somebody. But most of y'all are saying that the pay grade is not what you want it to be. But if you hungry enough, you outdoors, and we starve you out, and we put you out there in the elements, and you have to brave that cold and brave that heat, and not knowing where you're going to lay your head, and not have no place to put your things, and not being able to acquire nothing, them jobs are going to look real good after a while. They're going to look real good after a while, because that's all there's going to be. That's all there's going to be. So I just want to prepare y'all. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for what's to come. Prepare yourself for what's happening. Start looking at what's happening for what it is, and start thinking about what else do you plan to do if it does not change. Things are not going to turn around in your favor. What do you plan to do? Do you plan to just keep sitting online all day long and watch your bills pile up? The bills are not changing. I mean, it's like saying your income might have went up, 2% this year? But yet the inflation is going up 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It's steady rising. Steady rising. The cost of living is steady going up. But the paychecks are not moving. The paychecks are disappearing, to tell you the truth. People are losing their jobs. People are getting fired, getting laid off, getting let go. And here we are sitting here running back and forth, putting in applications for the same positions that they're letting you go from. And even if they hire you, they're hiring you for 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks until they can figure out how to put somebody in that place, and now you laid off again. I'm hearing this all day long, and I'm wondering, when are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up and see this thing for what it is? If you have put in 300 or 400 applications, I'm hearing people saying they put in this many applications and have never gone through this before. Shouldn't someone here tell you that it's time to do something different? Something in here, somebody is pushing some buttons. Somebody is shutting things down. Somebody's working behind the scenes saying, just let them keep coming, and we're going to count these applications. See how many people want a job. See how many people we got that really need a job in this area. See how many people really are applying for a job, actively seeking work. And then all of a sudden we're going to shut the door, and we're going to make them, push them right on down to the ground. Push them right on down, and we got to make them lose everything. We got to make them lose everything to where they got to see what it feels like to be homeless. They got to see what it feels like to be hungry. And then maybe they'll want to be hungry enough to be able to come and take these same jobs that nobody don't want. These same jobs. Because let me tell you something about being hungry. Being hungry will make you humble yourself. Being hungry, and you know a lot of Americans ain't never had that feeling of being hungry. Not this class of people that they're breaking down right now. The ones that was at the bottom, us poor folk, the ones that's always been out here, that been homeless, that have been through the mud, been through the fire. I done been homeless and I've been through the fire. I know what it is to not wake up in the morning with no dinner. But a lot of people that they breaking down right now from the top, and they breaking them down, they don't know what that is. They do not know how to function like this. This is where all the tears are coming from. This is why they screaming. This is why they going through. Because their body is realizing that they get ready to go someplace that they ain't never ever been. But let me tell y'all something. It ain't a bad place. You'll learn, you'll adjust. I ain't never gonna adjust to that. I got a college degree. I got my bachelor's. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful in another part of time. That's beautiful. But here we are right now. Here we are right now in this economy right here. Your money, your degrees, they ain't no good here. They not no good here. Somebody got to tell you, sweetheart, it's not no good here. I love you. I love you. You're going to have to know Jesus as your provider right now. You're going to have to know who your provider is. And if y'all don't know Jesus, you better get to know him. You better get to know him fast, because you're going to have to know him as your provider. And you're going to have to fast and pray in this season. And there's going to be a lot of things you're going to have to do without. There's a lot of things that you're going to end up without. There's a lot of things that you're going to lose, and there's some things that may be given down the road. So prepare yourself. And it's better that you hear it now and be ready. Get in your word. Start eating from the master's hand. Start praying a little more. Start loving people a little more. Start being a little nicer so that you can have some people to help you along the way. Say your prayers. And stop fussing over why you didn't get the job. You didn't get the job because of the fact that they're not giving the job not only to you, they're not giving it to nobody. They're not giving it to nobody. That's why you look up and it's right back online. Because now we want to see how many more people come. We already got your name in the book. We already got all your information. We already got your address. We already got all your credentials. Now I need to put the same job back out there so I can see how many more people might try to come and apply for it. So as they do, I'm getting a whole stack of people and I'm getting everybody's information. Everybody's portfolios are coming on through here. You don't know the game that's being played. You better learn how to play. And right now, your position to play this game is to figure out how to support yourself, figure out how you're going to feed yourself, figure out how you're going to stand on them own 2 feet that God gave you and start protecting yourself, protect your own money, and get on out there and begin to figure out how you're going to live. That's all it is. That's all it is. There's no more handouts, no more giving. And it's like saying you're going to want a job, you'll take the job that's available. That's it. And either you take the job that's available or begin to realize what it's going to feel like for you to be packing all your stuff and putting it in the back of your car and hope and pray that that's paid for. Because if that's not paid for, you may be putting yourself up for that to be repossessed. But the job market is slow. It sucks. It's being controlled. And this is my opinion. This is my opinion only. Y'all type in the comments what y'all feel about this. What do y'all feel about the job market? How do you feel that we're going to be moving forward? Do you feel that the job is going to open up that you want? Or do you feel that there's going to be a job that's going to open up that you just need, that you're going to have to take, that you're going to have to humble yourself? You just got to get in position. So that's my rant on this little situation. Well, not really a rant, but that's just my thoughts. So y'all know how I do. I just come to the live and to the line and I just tell it like it is, like I feel it. And this is how I felt it this morning. So if you feel like that the job that you want will be available, type it in the comments. Tell us what that job is. Tell us how long you've been laid off. And tell us how long it took you to get this next job and how long you stay on it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if so you have not turned your notification bell on to hear Mary speak it real, turn your notification bell on so you'll be notified when I drop my next video. Be blessed.